Hi, everyone. So I want to do a collective reading today. The energy that I'm picking up on today is one of someone who I think is really thinking about their freedom. Someone here is maybe perhaps trying to break away from something. There's a feeling that someone is at a crossroads, but it's time for you maybe to make a decision that serves yourself, that it's somehow a way to love yourself or, like I said, set yourself free. When I'm filming this video, although this is a timeless reading, as I'm filming it, we have a third quarter moon in Libra. And when that happens, it's usually a time for self-love. It's a perfect time for self-love and to make decisions for yourself. So I would like to see what comes out in the cards just based on what I am feeling. Whoever you are, this decision that you have to make, this crossroads that you find yourself in, I am getting the sense that you feel strong enough to do it. It's like this feeling of, I've got this. So let's see what we can get here. Oh, wow. We're starting out the reading with the 10 of Cups. This is the energy that you are in right now. And this is a very good card when we're talking about self-love. This is the most amount of love and happiness that you can feel. This is a very emotionally fulfilled type of energy. You are certainly feeling as though your cup, all of your cups are full. And so if we are talking about self-love here, which we will see, it does feel like there is that kind of an energy coming off of it where you are, it really is a time for you to love yourself. There's another message that's kind of coming off of this card, but we'll see what the rest of the cards say. But it may be that there are other people involved, because usually when there's more than one cup, you're talking about the love that you have for friends and for family and for your close inner circle of people. But because I feel this feeling of you standing at a crossroads and perhaps choosing yourself, it may be that even though you are choosing yourself, there's a bittersweetness that's coming off of this where you know that you have certain memories with some people, friends, family. Maybe you're doing a little bit of reminiscing about them, but you also know it's time to choose yourself. So that's what I'm getting from this 10 of Cups. So I'm going to push that to the side, but we know that that's our overall energy. And let's see what else we can get here. Temperance, 2 of Wands, 4 of Wands. So it does feel to me that even though you feel like all of your cups are full, it feels like you are having trouble maybe figuring out how to take a middle ground on something. With this Temperance card falling here, it has this feeling that you maybe the people in your energy, so perhaps your 10 cups, your close, maybe your immediate family, your close inner circle of friends, there may be people in your energy who are maybe unwilling to compromise with you right now. And that may be why you're feeling the need to choose yourself, which may be why it is a little bit bittersweet, or maybe you're feeling like it requires some strength for you to make a decision that feels selfish. Although I want to be clear that self-love and choosing yourself is never selfish. It's more of a cultural and societal thing that makes us feel like what we're doing is selfish. But that's a different reading. Maybe, we'll see. It could end up being this reading. But it does feel like there are people in your energy who are unwilling to bend perhaps the way they look at something, even though you're trying to alchemize perhaps your beliefs with theirs, which might be why you're feeling like you have to make a choice right now between yourself or these people, this close group of people. And we are talking about your 10 of Cups people. So people you love, that you really do care about. There's also, whenever I see the Temperance card, I also feel like there is divine orchestration at play, that there are helpers in the subtle realms. So if you believe in angels, for example, there may be angels in the subtle realms that are helping you with this particular challenge. Whether you know that or not, there is this feeling coming off of this Temperance card. But you're feeling like with this Two of Wands here, it's like you're standing and looking out of a window. You have a whole new perspective on something, that this is the way you've always used to do it with your family and your friends, or make it make sense for you. But now you're standing here with another wand, a wand that you never possessed before. And you're thinking, wait a second, this is the way we've always done it, but hold on, there's a whole different way that I could be doing this. And that is sort of like where you're standing right now. The energy that you're standing in is one of, holy cow, there's a whole different world out there that I never even paid any attention to, because I was too busy paying attention to all of these people in my energy, because they're all I've ever known. This Two of Wands is also giving this feeling where you're contemplating something. You have not taken any action yet, which we've pretty much already seen, but you're standing at a crossroads. And I kept seeing that. And this Two of Wands is giving that same feeling, that you're standing at a crossroads, but you're taking a pause right now. You're taking a breath right now, so that you can sort of let the decision come to you. This is a very restful time, it feels like. And also you're trying to figure out how to be able to make this decision without feeling, what's the word, guilty? Although guilty is not quite the word, because guilty is not a feeling. Guilty is, if you've done something wrong, then you either are guilty or you aren't. And a lot of times in our society, we use guilty as a feeling, where I feel guilty, but you haven't done anything wrong. So it wouldn't be appropriate to say that you were guilty. But that's the feeling that I'm getting off of this, is that you're going to feel guilty if you do this. Whatever it is you're trying to choose to do, break away, do for yourself, it's going to leave you feeling guilty in some way. I think in the past, there were some major milestones that you reached, which is getting you to this crossroads, which has put you firmly in this place of, now what do I do? Because you've learned some things, you've achieved some things, maybe you've had successes with things, or perhaps even if it's not anything tangible, it might be that you've learned how to feel your own feelings, and that you have the right to feel what you feel. You have a right to be happy. So if there's something like that going on here, where your family and friends aren't really jiving with how you're feeling about something, that's sort of coming through here too, that you are really trying to decide if this is still the best thing for you, or if you should just choose yourself in the situation. But let's see what's underneath. There's the Queen of Swords, the Nine of Swords, and the Three of Swords. So with this Queen of Swords here, it's giving the impression that you are kind of struggling, which we've already seen and felt here. You're kind of struggling with just saying what you feel, saying what you want, communicating clearly. The Queen of Wands is a very efficient and swift communicator. She's a sharpshooter when it comes to what she's trying to say. And in fact, the Queen of Swords is never trying to say anything. She's just always saying exactly what she means. But it feels like you are being challenged with that very thing right now. That there's this feeling that you want to strike out on your own about something, but you have perhaps an over-dependency on your Ten of Cups people, but you're having trouble saying it out loud. So perhaps you've not been allowed to say it, or maybe you're just struggling to say it. Maybe you don't know how to say it without feeling, as we said, guilty. So even though you see you are at this crossroads and you know what you want to do, you know the steps that you want to take, you are still really losing a lot of sleep at night is the best way to describe this Nine of Swords, that you're really letting this eat you up inside, because there's polarities going on here between what your inner group of people slash friends slash family wants you to do, and perhaps your spiritual pursuits or whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish here, that you know it's very different from what they expect from you, and it's leaving you biting your nails and not really knowing what to do next. But you know it's out of balance, and you know you want to bring everything back into equilibrium with this Temperance card, but you don't know how to communicate that to them. You're struggling with that, is what it looks like here. So let's keep going. The World, Two of Cups, Six of Wands. There is definite, okay, so you know, this is a very spiritual group of people that are watching this video right now. And I know this because you are very aware that you are going through something right now. You're having some kind of spiritual epiphanies, spiritual awakenings, and spiritual upgrades, and spiritual graduations, I guess might be one way to put that. But you're aware of this, you know this, which is probably what's driving you to understand that there's a whole world out there that you really hadn't had a chance to explore up to this point. I do get the sense that you have already laid the foundation for things here, and you know that there is a divine plan. There are so many messages coming through here right now. It's hard to sort them all out at once, but you know there is a divine plan. You are 100% certain that this is divinely guided, which is why you're really feeling pulled and called to go through with it, even if you think you're going to upset other people. You're moving into this energy where there's a person here, one person particularly, that you're very drawn to when it comes to whatever this pursuit that we are talking about. But it also feels like this person in your energy is going to help you reflect on things, is what I'm getting. I'm seeing a mirror. So at first I was going to say maybe this person will trigger you or mirror you, but what the message really is that's coming through is going to help you really reflect. There is an important person coming into your life, and I get the sense that you've not met this person yet. Separately from this 10 of Cups, who I think is family and friends. You're headed towards something else because you're sort of breaking free. And it's not to say that you're breaking free completely from your family and friends. What this is saying is you are breaking free from the old ways of doing things that you always have with your family and friends. And it might make them uncomfortable at first, but it doesn't matter. If you're being divinely guided in a certain way towards a certain person, then it looks like that's what you have to do. The way that you're seeing yourself is this Six of Wands. So it's like you already know, with the World and the Six of Wands, you know that this is exactly where you need to be, exactly what you need to be doing. You're just answering the call. And you're very aware that you're answering the call, which is why you know you're going to be successful with this. I can't help but think that even though you know this is going to be successful, somehow you feel like you're abandoning someone or something in order to do it. You're feeling like you've left someone out, or you've walked away from someone, or you're maybe perhaps even being cold to someone because of this. But that's where this Nine of Swords is coming in. It's like you know what to do, but you keep talking yourself out of it. So let's look underneath. There's the Ace of Wands, the Six of Swords, and the Queen of Wands. So there is a specific person here, because we're seeing two queens here. And I think that there is a person in your energy, in your 10 cups. So whether this is a mother, a sister, a friend, a lover, and it doesn't have to be a woman, certainly not. But it does look like there's a person in your energy who is really challenging you. But we know this, but it seems like it's one specific person who is really kind of challenging you right now. And you are 100% certain with the world and this Ace of Wands that the universe is giving you the green light. You're stepping through a portal. You've learned your lessons. You've done your healing, which we saw with the Four of Wands and the Temperance. You've done the healing. It's being divinely guided. There's no question in your mind that this is what you're supposed to be doing, but yet you're still not doing it, not yet. Although it looks like the way you're moving the energy, it looks like you will, but you're not doing it because you're being held back by this person or people. But you are moving into, you are being pulled, you are being drawn into this person here, who it looks like, okay, so let me say it this way. If perhaps in your family group, in your immediate family, extended family, friend group, whoever this 10 of Cups is for you, that there may have been a boundaries issue, that maybe with your family you just never really had clear boundaries, and which is why you feel like you have to conform with whatever they're doing and whatever they believe. It feels like whoever this Two of Cups energy that you're being pulled into, you're being drawn into, the person who's going to really help you reflect on a lot of these things, it looks like this person is really going to help you draw some boundaries, especially with the Six of Swords. The Six of Swords is moving into a much calmer headspace. So if you were in the Nine of Swords and really just tormenting yourself, the Six of Swords is much more smoother sailing when it comes to your thoughts. It's peace of mind when it comes to your thoughts. So if you were struggling to be able to communicate with these people or this person about what it is that you need and what it is that you want, it looks like you're going to have someone who's really going to help you be able to communicate that. And at the same time, what I'm getting here, because we do have the Two of Cups with the Six of Swords, I can't explain to you why, other than it's just intuition and what I'm getting from this. But I also think that this person is going to help you keep your sense of humor. Like there's a lightness to this energy. The Two of Cups and the Six of Swords feels very light, especially when you contrast it with this Nine of Swords, that it feels like this person is just going to add a lot of levity to the situation and maybe even make you smile or laugh through it all without realizing, or without even realizing that they're doing that. It's going to make you realize that this situation is not that dire. It's just in the way you're looking at it through this Nine of Swords lens. It's like you just need the help of this person to show you, you know what, this is really not that big of a deal. But what's really nice here is that you see yourself as the Six of Wands and the Queen of Wands. So you are very confident right now. And that's why I was saying that there is an energy coming off of you that even though you're standing at this crossroads and even though you feel like you don't want to do it, at the same time, you know what to do and you're knowing it's going to require some strength to do it. But when I sat down, I said, there's an energy coming off of you like, I've got this. And that's what the Queen of Wands is. The Queen of Wands always has got this. I do kind of think, too, that the Queen of Wands is very much about adventure, about journey. So I do think that as you move through this, there's a sense coming through here that you are going to love this journey and you're going to love yourself even more for having done it, for having perhaps faced your fears or at least been very strong when it comes to this situation, and that your strength is really going to shine through here. So that's what I'm getting from this Queen of Wands. So let's keep going. The Nine of Wands, Judgment, and the King of Cups. So if you feel like you are exhausted and you feel like no one's listening to you in this friend group, and you feel like you're on your own, you feel lonely, you feel like there's no one on your side, no one who has your back when it comes to this situation, the universe is really here saying to just hang in there with this Nine of Wands, hang in there just a little bit longer, because there is some kind of clarity and truth that is going to be coming in. Revelations are going to be coming in, and your determinism with this Nine of Wands is really going to pay off. And also that you're being protected. We saw that with the Temperance card. So even though you may feel alone, the nines are always very independent cards. This Nine of Wands is about fighting a fight when there's no one left. You're the last man standing. There is a feeling here that you don't have to feel alone, that you are protected. The angels are here, and it's like, keep going, because this fight is not over, and it is all going to be worth it. I do think that you have there's a feeling here, gosh, it's okay. So what I think I'm getting here is that there's a shadow side of you popping through here. There's something about your shadow side coming through here. And what it's telling me is it's like you're afraid to wake up. It's like we saw this World card come through here, and you know that you're being called, but you're also afraid to be called, because you know this is going to change everything permanently if you do this. You know it's going to change absolutely everything if you do this. And that's what's coming off of this Judgment card here, that you really feel like you don't want to experience this because you're so afraid of what it's going to look like, what's going to happen in my friend group, what's going to happen with my life, who is this person that I'm sailing off into the sunset with. Everything is going to look different, and you know that. Anytime the Judgment card is in the energy, it means everything is going to be completely different. And I think that's what's showing through here, is that like maybe perhaps when you were growing up, you were told you couldn't experience these feelings, or you couldn't break away and be different. You had to conform. And I'm sort of getting that from this Ten of Cups energy, that this group of people or person is really kind of holding you captive here, and kind of holding you back from really having any amount of true spiritual growth. And I think that there's this shadow aspect of you that agrees with them, that I shouldn't have to break away. I shouldn't have to have growth, because I don't need to. It's going to hurt people. It's going to change everything. And I don't want to break away. It's selfish. But I think ultimately you're going to work through all those shadow parts of yourself. It does feel like that. It feels like you know ultimately that you are dimming yourself down, that you are holding yourself back from all of these spiritual gifts and revelations and upgrades, and you're doing it because a group of people or person needs you to stay small. But I think that a greater part of you understands that you're not always going to stay small just for these people. And if they're holding you back, then they're not for you anyway. Because I do see here with this outcome here, I'm seeing you as the King of Cups. And the King of Cups always has a huge amount of love, and it holds a large amount of space to love other people. There's no heart fog when it comes to the King of Cups. He knows exactly what his heart is and who's in it, and how not to block any emotions. This is someone who really understands that even if these people can't come with me, even if this friend group can't come with me, or this family member can't come with me on my journey as the Queen of Wands and the King of Cups, because both of those cards are you, This person understands that they can still have a lot of love for them, but they understand they're just not for them. So it almost doesn't matter where these people land. What matters is that you follow your true north. So let's see what's underneath. So we have the Six of Pentacles, the Queen of Cups, and the Devil. So the Six of Pentacles with the Nine of Wands is giving that similar energy of don't give up. Just keep putting in the effort. Keep investing. Keep going, even when you think nothing is happening. Stay ambitious. Keep hustling towards this, because the universe is really, the environment is rife for that. That the universe is really saying with this Temperance card, it's pushing you towards your North Node. It's pushing you to make that decision. You're at the crossroads. Choose you is very clearly coming through here. But now the Queen of Cups is coming in here with the Judgment card, which is making me feel similarly to what this King of Cups was making me feel, that you're not quite there yet, where you know you can hold space for these people, for your family members, for your friend group, whoever it is that's holding you back, that you can still hold space for them. But the Queen of Cups is all about loving herself. The Queen of Cups pours into herself, because no one else, no other court card in the deck is going to give the Queen of Cups what she needs. Generally, she has to give it to herself. And that's that shadow aspect of you that was coming through with the Judgment card, that you feel selfish. Perhaps you've been taught that it's selfish to love yourself. It's selfish to pour back into yourself. And so I really think that's the shadow work that needs to be addressed here, is for you to really be able to love yourself, choose yourself. But there is this theme that's been going on since I sat down when I mentioned that there's a third quarter moon in Libra, and it's about making time for self-love. But I do get this sense that there is a part of you and part of your family that has always said that is selfish, and you feel guilty for doing it. And so with this outcome here is you do definitely have a strong attachment to this friend group, to this group of people, to this whoever this is, and that there's a strong message coming through to, you can hold the space to love these people without having them tell you what to do. That if you want to choose self-love, not only can you, but you should in this case. There is also, let's see, I'm going to make sure I have all the messages coming through here. I just do get the sense with this Queen of Cups sitting in this position that any amount of self-love that you tried to have in the past, or perhaps as a child, if this is a family group, I am getting a message about a father coming through. So that's obviously not going to be for everyone, but maybe for someone here, there was a destroyed relationship with a father, and that may be why you're feeling like you can't love yourself. Maybe there's something that shattered there, something that broke your heart, or something that you actually do feel guilty about, depending on the situation. Again, that's not going to be for everyone, but that did come through. And also with the Devil card coming through here too, there is a real need. Whenever I see the Devil card, I know there's some kind of an attachment there. There's something that you're really struggling to let go of, and it could just be, it could really just be that you're overly dependent on this family group or friend group, and maybe there's even a codependency there. But when I do see the Devil, especially if it's coming in an outcome position, it does feel like there is a need for you to really just retreat from this anyway. You're trying to make a decision anyway. And the only real way to make these decisions is by going away from this group of people. Get the chatter of all of this group of people out of your head, and really just go into your own heart space, into your own intuition, and get the answer that way. There's a need here for you to really retreat and just be held by the angels that showed up in this reading. And they ask the angels for the answer, because they always will give you one. So there is a little bit of discipline that's required, when you're going into your own heart space and going to get the answers. But it does look like the shadow work aspect here is really going to be about just loving yourself. This whole theme of this whole reading has really been about self-love and the need to do it and not to believe the people who tell you you can't. So let's look at your chakras. We have the heart with superior, and then we have the sacral with exuberant. So it does sort of feel like your sacral chakra is okay. Your sacral chakra looks like it's in good shape. And we sort of know that because we had the 2 of Wands, the 4 of Wands, the 6 of Wands, and the Queen of Wands. And you're seeing yourself as very confident and exuberant. And so this feels like what I would expect your sacral chakra to look like based on this reading. But then we have the heart chakra here with superior. And it's really kind of jiving with what we've already said, that this friend group or family member is really trying to exhibit some sort of superiority over you. When you're trying to take the middle ground and alchemize this person keeps kind of undermining and destroying what you're trying to do. And it does feel like they are taking a superior position, which is what's preventing you from moving forward, because they are making you feel like you're doing something wrong or that you can't pour into yourself. It's selfish, or you'll feel guilty for doing it. And so it's sort of like this energy that they're kind of lording over you. I would like to get a daily crystal card or two here too. It does seem to me like there is a real need here to work on your heart chakra. For anyone who's interested in a free heart chakra healing, I'm going to put a link for one in the description and in the comments, and it's yours. You can just have it. But if you do feel like you need a little help in your heart space to help you have self-love, or to help keep you composed when you are eventually communicating this, then I think that might be helpful. So we have agate with get back into balance, which is absolutely true. We were saying that there are polarities going on here between what your family members or friend groups thinks and what your own beliefs are. And you want to balance them with the temperance card, but there's someone here who's really not allowing you to do that. And then we have chrysoprase with allow yourself to receive. And we said that about this Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups is all about receiving love. Even if she has to get it from herself, the Queen of Cups receives love. So if you have agate or if you have chrysoprase, those would probably be 2 really good gemstones for you to work with. But it's not necessary if you don't have that. Another way that you could probably get into your heart space pretty easily is getting into the I am presence energy, where you just repeat to yourself over and over, I am, I am, I am, as you meditate. It really helps you to get into your heart space. I do have ancestor messages here. I'm just feeling inclined to pull an ancestor message or two, just because we did have the feeling that there is an angel here. So we'll see if we can get some more clues. We have freedom. And oh my goodness, at the very, very beginning of this reading, when I sat down, I said there is someone here who is trying to get freedom from something. So here is our confirmation that you are trying to get freedom from whatever this family group, friend group who's holding you back from your dream. There's our confirmation. And then we have didn't see something. So I think with didn't see something, I think it's kind of what we've been saying all along, that you know now that there's a whole other choice, a whole other world in front of you that you never knew existed. And all you have to do is go down the other, you're at the crossroads, just choose the other way, because you never saw it before, but you're seeing it now. And also when this person steps into your energy, the person who showed up as the Two of Cups, to really allow them to take you on this journey and to keep you moving forward towards your North Node, towards your true north. So, wow, okay, so that was your reading. I felt like I really had to slog through that one, but there was a lot of important energy coming through. So again, if you're interested in a Reiki heart healing, I'm going to put that in the description and the comments. But also in the Raise Your Vibe in 5 book, I will find a page for the heart chakra. So here's a page that specifically deals with the heart chakra. And the exercise for this day says, close your eyes and visualize a glowing pink light around your heart. And then hold that vision for 5 minutes or so, or as long as you can. But just close your eyes and picture pink light surrounding your heart, because that's another really wonderful way to get into your heart space and to really allow you to have more self-love. And also, if you do the I am chant at the same time, that would really be helpful. Or you can just go ahead and click the link in the description in the comments and do the free healing. So that is everything. Please let me know how this was resonant for you, and we will do this again sometime. Thanks, everybody. Bye.